and praise him and glorify him through all these findings. Okay. So today I want to talk about the 19th composite. It's very simple. We've known this for a long time. The 19th composite is number 30. So if you count all the composites, the first composite is 4. Composite is a number which is not a prime, so it can be factored into primes. So all of the composites are generated by primes. This is very important for people to realize. All composites are generated by primes. So 4 is 2 times 2, 2 primes. 5 is a prime, 6 is a composite, 2 times 3. Okay? 8 is a composite, 2 times 2 times 2. So when you count all of those, the 19th one is number 30. And the 30th prime happens to be 113. 2147 is actually 19 times 113, which is generated. That number 2147 is generated by 19 and 113 in those 2 first bullets. Okay? These are very important for people to realize. Now I said, remember, 2147 is the total frequency of Hha plus Meem in Surahs 40 to 47. And Surahs 40 to 46. There's a typo there. It's supposed to be 40 to 46. There are 7 of them. And all of them are Hha Meem initialed. And so that's why I said that. So if you count those, that number is generated there. So this number generates without even looking at the Quran. The indices of this, what did I say here? I was in a hurry writing this thing down and, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. The indices of the prime number 19 and 113, which are the factors of those 2147, are 8 and 30. The Gaussian composite, 830 Gaussian composite, happens to be 14221. But 830 is factored out into 2 times 5 times 83. The indices of these prime factors are 1, 3, 2, 3. But now this is the new thing that we found out. These are odd composites, and these are very important. This is another generator of the Quran, odd composites. So remember I said composites are prime, the factors of prime, you multiply and you get a composite. Now you classify them into odd composites and even composites. Even composites are not that important because all even numbers are going to be indexed, okay? But the odd composites are not like that because some of the odd numbers are prime numbers. See that? That's very important. And so in this case, what happens is that 1323 happens to be 446 odd composite. And now look at this. This is the ones that are underlined. These are new information. The ones that are not, these are old information, but they all mesh together. 359th composite is 446. 359 is an Emirp, and its Emirp is 3953. These are primes that if you write them backwards, they're going to be another prime. 953rd composite happens to be 1143. 1143 is 9 times 127. Now look and see how this keeps taking you back to 9 having 127 verses. Okay. 446 composite happens to be 548. 548 additive prime is 9127. 548 composite is 670. 670th verse in the Uninitialed Surahs is 9127. That's 447. Remember I was talking about 14,221 is a Lonely Gaussian Composite. Is 570th one. 570th Gaussian Prime is 9127 again. Surah 9 has 127 verses. The 1672nd prime is 14221 that we generated in the beginning, remember? So all of this stuff is coming from that. The 1672 happens to be the frequency of Alef Lam Mim in Surah 29. So it's not only doing that, it tells you in Arabic how many letters this is supposed to have. Can you imagine that this is telling you the story about the Quran? They're talking to you. 1672nd prime number verse is 9619. Remember, Surah 96 was the first surah that was revealed. Okay? And it's interesting, the very first surah that was revealed is called Iqra, means read. That's the first one. The first word that comes out of God's mouth, let's put it that way, okay? It says read, and they don't want people to read. Okay? And so, the interesting thing about it is that in the order of revelation of the verses, 96, 19, obviously the 19th verse that was revealed. And that happens to be 1672nd. Okay? Prime number verse. So, then also 570 is the frequency of Hha Meem in chapter 32. And you know what chapter 32 name is? As-Sajda, means prostration. Okay? So, you know, looking at this, we all have to prostrate to God for this. I mean, this is a beautiful universe that He has created. Now, this is not the time of just blind faith anymore. This is a faith that God gives us with proofs. And He tells us over and over in the Quran. Okay, like 359 that I said, okay? 359, you see, remember I said 359 is the index of that. You know what verse 359 says? Chapter 3, verse 59. 359 is called the chapter 3 is called the Amramites. The Amramites were the people of Jesus, okay, and Mary. And so in that verse 3, verse 59, in chapter 3, verse 59, God is saying that the allegory of Jesus, as far as God is concerned, is the same as that of Adam. He created from clay and said to it, be, and it was. And you see how it actually goes back to 9127? Can you imagine that? I mean, it had no business together, but it tells you that, look, when I tell you this is the truth because of this mathematics. Because when that happened, you and I were not there. None of us were there. We heard it from somebody else. The birth of Jesus, we heard it from somebody else. Now you have the proof. Because it says, if you are saying that this is a lie, bring something with these proofs. And they can't. So that's the magnitude of all of these things that by God's grace, every week we are the custodian of this, let's put it this way. And God is revealing to us. And so in the afternoon when we go out, we'll be more successful. People will respect us more. And God will save us from everything that's around you. Okay? So we'll finish this, and then we'll finish our Jum'ah. Allahu Kabir. Subhan.